This lesson is on multiples, which is pretty simple, okay? Who can tell me what a multiple is?
More than
Different than factors.
More than one.
Okay. I see what you're saying, yes. Okay, but when we're talking about math and I told you to find the multiples of 8, what would you tell me?
Like 8, 16, 24, 32, 40.
Yes. Okay.
So pretty much what it can go into.
Yes. So basically, what is 8 times 1? 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4, 8 times 5. So basically, you're just counting by 8s each time. Okay? So the multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, and it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. So if I asked you what is the 8th multiple of 8, what would you tell me? 64. Very good. Okay? If I told you to name the first 4 multiples of 6, what would you tell me? 6, 18, and 24. The first 4 multiples of 6 are, what is 6 times 1, what is 6 times 2, what is 6 times 3, and what is 6 times 4. Okay, is everybody understanding what multiples are?
Yes.
All right, now, if I told you to find, so far what I've done right here, what are the common multiples in this? 24. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Now, if I kept going, it would be 48, 6 times 5, 30, 6 times 6, 6 times 7, 6 times 8. Okay?
48.
There would be another common. Okay? But with multiples, you're trying to find the least common multiple. So what is our least common multiple? 24 would be, okay? When we are working with factors, we find the greatest common factor. But when we're working with multiples, most time they're going to ask for what is the least common multiple, LCM. Okay, so if you need to write that down, that means least common multiple. All right, let's take, I want y'all to find the multiples of 3, y'all to find the multiples of 4, and you and I will find the multiples of 6. Okay? So go ahead and start that and write them down.
To what?
Just go for about 10 of them.
Okay.
All right, help me out with 3.
Okay.
Tell me 10 of them.
Ooh, pick me.
Just spit them out.
Okay, 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30.
Okay? Back there. Somebody tell me all the 4s.
4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40.
All right. Now, if we were to circle all the ones that are common in here, now it has to be all 3 have to have it. So does anybody
12,
see
12.
12? Okay? Anybody else see any more?
24.
24. Anybody else see any more? Now we could probably keep going and there would definitely be more. Okay, but we're going to stop there. So which one is the least common? 12. Okay? Good job. Now,
I like multiples.
when we get to bigger numbers, for example, could you imagine if I told you to find the least common multiple, if I told you to find the multiples of 18 and 24?
Okay.
Okay, now that would be counting by 18s, and that would be counting by 24s, and that would take us a long time to figure out the least common factor or multiple, okay? So what you do when you get to big numbers is this, okay? Everybody remember how we found our prime factorizations? Everybody remember how we do the factor trees? That's what you're going to do at first. So when you're finding the least common multiple of large numbers, step number 1 is to do your factor tree of each number. Okay, or prime factor, the division by primes, whichever one you prefer. Okay, so let's do the factor tree of this one and this one. All right, what 2 numbers do you want to choose? 6 and 3, okay. Any prime? That one's prime. All right, we got to keep going with our 6, 2 and 3, and both of those are prime. Very good. All right, now let's look at 24.
12 and 2.
12 and 2. 2 is prime. Let's take 12. 6 and 2. 2 is prime. Take our 6. 2 times 3. 2 and 3 are prime. Okay, so I'm going to write down the numbers 2 times 3 times 3. And this one is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Now, once you get your answers, your second step is to write down the numbers that are prime. Okay? So walk this with me. Okay, so what numbers do we have down here? 2 and 3, right? Okay, this one has 2 and 2 3s, and this one has 3 2s and 1 3. Okay, so all I'm going to do is write down the numbers that we've used. Okay, and I'm going to put a colon. Okay, most of the time we don't use colons in math, but these are just for me to use to help me. Okay, these don't have any answers or anything in them. Step number 3, which I'm going to put up here because I don't have room. Okay, when we're finding the least common multiple of large numbers, you're going to choose by looking at this one. How many 2s does this one have?
1.
How many 2s does this one have? 3. Okay. You're going to write down the one that has the most. So which one of these has the most?
24.
This one does, right? So with this 2, I'm going to write down 2 times 2 times 2 because it had the most quantity of 2s. Does everybody know what I mean by that? This is actually how you find it. It's quite crazy, huh? Okay, now let's look at 3s. This one has 2 3s. This one has 1 3. Which one has the most quantity of 3s?
18.
This one. So I'm going to write down the one that has 2 of them. All right, now you take your answers that you found from 2 and 3 and you multiply. You actually do the problems. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3.
8 and 9.
Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3, 24. 24 times 3, or yeah, I guess you could have done it 8 times 9. Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9, and 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, so 9 times 8 is 72. So guess what? That is our least common multiple.
What's the least?
72. So if I were to take 18 and 24 and then go 18 plus 2 or times 2 and get that number, 18 times 3, 18 times 4, 18 times 5, 18 times 6, and if I did 24 times 1, 24 times 2, 24 times 3, 24 times 4, 24 times 5, and got those numbers, the lowest common one would have been 72. You get it? Okay? Did everybody see how we came up with that? Okay, hopefully you took good notes. Okay? Step 1, do the factor tree of each number. Step 2, write down the numbers that are prime. Step 3, how would you say that? Take the most quantity of the numbers. Okay? All right. Does everybody feel like they're pretty confident on knowing what to do on those? Okay. Do y'all want to try another one? You want to do one on your own? Just do it with less. Okay, ready? 20 is actually your lesson practice, so that's good. 24. This is a C. 24 and 40. Everybody find that one, and I actually helped you out on this one because we already have 24s. Okay? So you can just copy that and just do 40.
And 40.
40.
I have a question.
Okay, ask.
What would it, like, there's three, I can't say that loud because of now. Like, I just,
Once y'all get to where you have all, yes,
so what would it be? Would 2, 5?
let's work it together. Once you get all of your prime factors, look up here. If you want to continue working, you can, but there is something I need to share with you on this. So when you have your prime factors, look up here.
Both of the numbers are the same amount of twos.
Okay? Has everybody got their prime factors? All right, so next thing, step number 2, write down the numbers that are prime. Okay, so what do we have? We have, what numbers do I have that's in these? 2, 3, and 5. Those are the numbers that I see that are here, right? Okay, so I'm going to put a colon. Are these numbers worth anything? No, they're just used to help me to keep everything organized. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, now let's look at this one. 2s. This one has how many 2s? 3. This one has how many 2s?
3.
So which one should I take?
Either
one. The one with 3. So 2 times 2 times 2. Now let's take 3. This one has 0 3s, and this one has 1 3. Which one should I take?
That one.
The one that has 1. 5. This one has 1 5. This one has no 5s.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
5. Got it? Now what am I supposed to do? Multiply them all. I guess I should put that as a step. Multiply all the answers. Okay? So when you multiplied all those, we would end up getting
120.
120. Good job. So 120 would be our first common multiple and our least.
20 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's go on and move to the next part. It's not actually, this is still 27.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so listen. Trisha's teacher asked this question. If 16 flavored icicles cost $4, what was the price for each flavored popsicle? What would I do? $4 divided by 16. Okay, you're exactly right. Now, let me kind of show y'all something that's kind of cool that you can do. Okay, this is called equivalent division problems. Okay, I could do $4 divided by 16, right? Okay, but let's take, what is half of $4?
$2.
What is half of 16?
8.
8. What is half of 2?
1.
What is half of 8?
4.
Okay. We can keep going. What is half of $1?
1/2.
50 cents. What is half of 4?
2.
Okay. What is half of 50?
25.
What is half of 2?
1.
So how much does 1 cost?
25.
Very good. Okay. We could have totally done it like that. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
Just by taking half of everything. Or if you don't think like that and you don't really want to do that, then just take $4 and divide it by 16. Okay? No problem. All right. They're just showing you how it's a lot easier to do that. All right. Try this one. This one's kind of cool to think about. 220. Here's what it says. Instead of dividing 220 divided by 5, we are going to double both numbers. Okay? So what would this be doubled?
440.
440. And what would this be doubled?
10.
How much easier is that to figure out?
44.
Yeah. Our answer would be 44. Okay? Isn't that cool how you can just double something or take half of something and make it that much simpler? Okay? Now, if you freak out and go, oh, I don't know which one to do, you know, it's okay. Just do it like normal. Okay? But they're showing you that there is a different, an easier way. All right? Instead of dividing 6,000 by 200, okay, 6,000 divided by 200, you can actually divide by 100, but what I would say is cross out your end zeros, and 60 divided by 2 is what? 30. Okay? So 6,000 divided by 200 is 30. Okay? Pretty simple, huh?
Yep.
All right. Now, okay, that's lesson